Thanks, John. Hello there. I think some of these geese could be getting blown off course in the next 4 or 5 days. There's no doubt about the main theme in the weather for the week ahead. That's strong winds, in fact gale force winds in many areas, sweeping in from the west or the southwest by and large. So it's never going to be particularly cold, but those gale force winds could cause some problems with damaging gusts, disruption to transport from time to time, mainly across northern parts of the UK, bringing rain at times as well in from the Atlantic, relatively mild across southern areas, a little colder at times though across northern parts. Well, let's have a quick look back at 2004 before we have a look at the forecast. And it turned out to be a distinctly average year, despite one or two notable events like Boscastle. Certainly sun and rainfall amounts near the average. Interestingly, so the Central England temperature series goes back to the 1600s. 2004 was actually the 5th warmest year in that series, which ties in quite nicely with figures for the globe as a whole. 2004 turning out to be the 4th warmest year on record. That's all consistent with global warming. In fact, the last decade has seen 9 of the warmest years on record. It didn't feel very warm today in Scotland, though. The blizzard swept in across Aberdeen. This is about 8:30 this morning as a heavy snow shower swept through on bitterly cold winds. Things are beginning to ease now. I've had a lot of problems on the roads across Highland Scotland. Still some drifting through this afternoon on the highest routes, but increasingly at lower levels, the showers will be falling as rain. And that's certainly the story across Northern Ireland and North West England, where we've also had some snow through this morning. For most of us, though, we had sunny skies through the day so far. We'll keep the sunshine going through the afternoon and fine weather into this evening as well. It has been cold. It's going to get milder, so any frost very limited tonight as these weather fronts, warm fronts, begin to bring milder air in from the Atlantic as the night goes on. So for Scotland tomorrow, well, it'll be rain, I think, rather than snow that's falling across the northwest during tomorrow morning. Northern Ireland too, maybe just the tops of the Grampians, seeing something a little wintry for a time. Those heavier outbreaks of rain moving away for the afternoon, but still rather grey and cloudy, I think, across those northwestern areas through the day. But for most of England and Wales, it'll be a fine day, a few sunny spells coming through from time to time, and it will feel quite different. See those temperatures getting into double figures in many areas, 10, 11 degrees for many of us, I think, but a freshening wind coming in from the southwest. Gales eventually starting to turn up across the northwest of Scotland, and that'll take us into a pretty windy night on Monday night. There is potential for fairly widespread gales across northern parts of the UK ahead of this weather front as it pushes southwards, and those gales could well transfer into England and Wales for a time before the rain pushes away towards the south. But actually I think that rain's going to take its time clearing England and Wales during Tuesday. Fairly mild in the south, brighter but colder weather following on behind, and in those gale force winds we could once again see some wintry showers across the mountains of Scotland. A little bit concerned about Wednesday. This weather system could get really wound up to bring some pretty widespread stormy weather to the northern half of the UK. Keep yourself posted on the forecast. This could be a nasty one. Widespread gales then, damaging winds possibly. Mild it's still in the south with a lot of dry weather around, but there is going to be some rain coming in with that weather system. It could be quite heavy at times, and once again a little bit wintry across the higher ground in Scotland. Latter part of the week, well, don't get too bogged down in the detail, because with fast moving weather systems like this, the timing could well change, but we'll see these changes from mild southwesterlies bringing outbreaks of rain, winds switching back round again to the northwest, bringing clearer, colder conditions in across the north. But all in all, it does look like a fairly stormy week. Now,